Hi, good evening. Corrie Thorne, spiritual healer, coming in to do the channel messages. Down to the last two. The last three that I was doing tonight are the fire signs. The last to get completed. Aries was the one I just did, and then Sagittarius. Now I'm doing Sagittarius, and then on to Leo. So it's a lot. I'm like the last two readings have been crazy. We are on October the 1st. We're into full moon energy, the Aries full moon. And I just feel like there's a little bit of magic in here for you as well, Sagittarius. There's a lot of magic in the last reading for Aries. But this card just come flying out, and you had the Aries had a lot of the Ariel energy, and so do you. New beginnings here, some new beginnings. Sagittarius. So what's channeling through me, what I'm getting from the divine and from the spirit world is that, you know that song, Red Wine from the 80s? Like, that's what I'm picking up. I'm hearing music all around you. And it's like going back in time, going back to being like, I want to say like 85, 86, and whatever was happening in your life around that time. Some of you weren't even born, some of you weren't even thought about, but for some you were. And so this could also be somebody or that was in like somebody who's in your life, or parent or something that might have even been like tied to those years. But something seems like to me, something seems like to me it's like an old story, an old record. So the records, like the old records, like an old record that you just keep dropping the needle in the same spot, or just like, and then gets a scratch and a groove or whatever, you get a scratch and then the needle like bounces back to the beginning. It's like, and then you're just in the middle of playing a song, and then the needle drops, or someone bounces too hard on the floor and the needle moves on a record player. That's what it's like. So that's what I'm getting. I'm getting this whole eek, like it's like the music kind of, it's like I hear this music, everything's dancing and everything's moving, and someone hits it's like the ground thumps, the ground hits, like something is hitting the ground in October. And it's like, and I don't know why I'm getting it in the Sagittarius. I feel like I'm getting a bit of a prediction here of something, but I'm getting the prediction of something bigger, like something big, a big explosion, a big breakthrough, or a big like world, like something breaking through the ground. Something is breaking up and breaking out. And I just feel like with that comes, there's some pain story around here, but I don't think it's your personal story. I feel like it's a pain story of in the world energy. And I feel like for you, you're like, oh, well, it's still not that bad. Like life is still going to be really good. And it's like, you truly are seeing the brighter side of things, and the like the world in a different way than most people are seeing it. And it's like, they can't see there's still this golden opportunity, that this change, but the world is about to change, and the world around you is about to change. But it's like you're being really gifted with that beautiful, amazing energy of just like a sense of awe, a sense of wonder of how magical it can happen. And you have the magician, and it's like you truly are manifesting your life into reality, truly bringing forth. And it's like there's a lot of new beginnings, a lot of new opportunities. And it's like, and you're being told, yes, it is very safe for you to trust. Archangel Raphael's like, so it's like all the things of the past were, you're not, it's not going to be in a repeat. Things are not repeating. And this is like a fast go. And the world could be like tumbling around, and you're still like on that forward momentum. You're like just a go, 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 go. But there's that balance of giving and receiving. I see these baskets of fruit. And it's like in 6 of Ariel, she has those fruit, these apples that fall from the tree. And there's a great big apple tree. And it's like that, that sense of, what you're going to give out, and that big, kind, generous heart, and finding the balance, and knowing that, you've got more than enough. There's more than enough there for you. There's lots to be able to share. But I also want to go back to the Adam and Eve story a little bit here. I want to go back to the Garden of Eden. And I just feel like we're not returning to the Garden of Eden. It's like you've kind of shut the gate on that, but we're going back to a beginning, back to a new time, but we're retelling the story in a different way. Not telling that same freaking story. That's not how it happened. It's like a lot of stories were told in a way that to make it so we would have fear, and we'd live in fear. And that's what it feels like. The world may be having like a outbreak of fear, and a lot of outbreak of new fear, because we've already had enough this year. But it's like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna fall victim to that. I'm not gonna believe that. And I feel like we're just charging forward. It's like there's a congratulations. You've got the exact same card actually as Aries about the congratulations. You've done a wonderful job. It's like everywhere else. Like you're really charging forward. You know you have the golden blessing. You have the blessing from the God consciousness, and it's like that you're being just like like so much passion, so much drive, so much beautiful things that are coming in here. But it's like I also have partnership, but I also have like something else to celebrate. I feel like family wise, like this, like there's work stuff, but I also feel like there's family. Like I don't know if it's like um, the arrival of a child or like a rebirth, a new birth of something, or if it's just like the celebration of somebody like finally finding happiness or coming like I have something to celebrate. Like I have a gathering, a family, another like a child coming in for some of you. For some Sagittarius, I have a child coming in. Feels like there's a pregnancy to be announced or an engagement, a wedding, like something to really, really celebrate. And I also have the King of Swords, which I also pulled for Aries, and and I'm like, and the way I describe it was just like whole giving that side look, like what the. But it's like yours, looks totally different here, and it's like it's just taking that move. It's like kind of doing a second look, a second take, making sure that it's okay to go. It's like the sword is down, ready to go, but waiting the opportunity. I have Saturn. Saturn energy is huge around you. And it's like the way Saturn's turning or the way Saturn's planted. And I feel like Saturn is really in play. I'd have to go look at astrology to figure this out. But I feel like Saturn's really in play right now, whether it's that's the one that's closest to the moon. But I also have Mars. And so you have that Saturn energy coming in around you, and Saturn's in play. And I feel like Saturn's kind of setting the bar for you of freedom, like really setting you free from the past, really setting you free from the fear. And I just see like there's this opportunity coming. But the first card I had come out was the Five of Cups in reverse. And I feel like that's more of the world story. I have the moon, which we're in the full moon now, but I also have the moon is lighting up the shadows. The moon, for me, the moon is lighting up the shadows for you. The moon's lighting up what's in the shadows. What is that fear? But there's some prophecy work coming in here, some prophecy energy. I feel like I've just all of a sudden seen the earth shake, the ground, like something's breaking through, but there's like some sort of like October is bringing some crazy ass like earth breaking energy coming in. And for some reason it is I'm picking it up in Sagittarius. So whether it's going to be something that's really hitting home in your sign, like in your month, in that end of that November, end of November, beginning of December, but something is really breaking out here. But it's like you're going to have faith, but other people might not. But I just feel like there's still like not all is lost. Or it's like crying over spilled milk, but it's more serious than that. But it's like we're kind of crying over that energy, or waiting for, or thinking that that's it, but it's not. There's so much more to come. There's so many more beautiful things, but you got that final little piece of healing to do. This Aries full moon is about that healing. It's about finally letting it go, finally knowing that you're safe, that you're secure, that you can really just trust, and that you can just be present. Like be very present in this moment of joy and happiness that's around you right now. It's kind of like we can't control the future anyway, so who kind of cares? And it's like, but there is that, like I said, I have that one energy, and it's like everything happens for a reason. And it's the Five of Raphael coming in for you. So it's like something of you and Aries both got this. Something of a situation, but it's like looking for that silver lining, that moment of where there's a blessing and a gift that's being shown as well. It's like I almost feel like for those born under the Aries and those born under Sagittarius, you guys are being saved from something. Something just feels like it's like this energy that just says, you know what, it's happening all around you, but it's not you. it's not involving you. It's like you're being given the heads up, but you're kind of being saved from something, being protected. It's like your beautiful world is unfolding and growing. And sees the King of Michael, and Aries had this, but in the tarot, and it's that whole just like stay like very honored, respected, being very rewarded for that hard work. And so that situation that calls for you to be honest, your integrity, staying true, um, being very kind of loyal. You're on the brick road, you're on that journey. And it's like that journey is where you're staying. Like nothing out in this outside world that tries to rattle us, it's going to rattle us. And see, this is your validation card. Same one Aries got. It's that strength card. It's the beautiful angels here to, you know, that staying in grace, walking in grace, believing that you're worthy of this, and to walk in that light. Exact same two validation cards that Aries got, you get. And so it's like, you needn't go through your current challenges alone. You are not alone. You obviously have Aries and you going through the same story. Whatever broke through in that energy, that it was right at the end of Aries, and then it came right back in yours, it is playing out in both that energy. So whether it is something that's happening in the time of the Sagittarius, and then again in the time of the Aries, or it's something that's coming in that's just like I'm picking like, because you're such strong fight, it could be tied to the fires, it could be tied to, but it's like some sort of like something is exploding, something is like kind of catching us off guard, but there's still peace. And I'm like, it's around you, but it's not of you. And so it's of peace, and it's like release the past, it's all done, it's all like that's all done. This is not your story, but it's in your story. So yeah, don't let the negative world and don't let the negative thoughts get in the way of the direction that you're going. I feel like you are at such a place of being able to reach that peace. And this is Azrael, that psychic awareness, that opening. So let go and trust God. And it's the same. I got the same cards kind of for Aries in that way, but it's a lot of major life changes, a lot of big changes coming in for some of you, not for all, but it is. And but like I said, I also have a wedding, a marriage, and happening as well. And just saying, God, just surrendering over any worries, any fears, anything that's happening. It's like, let it go, give it to God. And just that caring is like really, truly taking care of yourself. And patience. You've got your validation as patience. Be patient. Things are working out as they should, as they're planned. And it's beautiful. And it's like you're being cared for, your needs are being met, and you're just like, everything is truly coming in the direction that it should be. Trust it, go with the flow. And I hope October is a beautiful month for you, and much, much love. Enjoy the full moon. And there's another one the end of October. So have a wonderful month for all of my Sagittarius. Thank you. Bye-bye.